Transcranial magnetic stimulation is a technique to non-invasively stimulate the brain. And a lot of people have been using it to stimulate the motor cortex and the motor areas to induce plastic changes to try and help recovery of stroke or to try to overcome other types of injuries. Researchers here at NeuRA, as well as others that we meet at conferences, have repeatedly noticed that some of the effects that have been published using this technique, TMS, have been difficult to reproduce. And so people have had difficulties, and we were somewhat interested in understanding why are some of these effects so difficult for researchers to reproduce. So rather than do another TMS study, we decided to send out a survey to the researchers that have actually published in this area, asking them whether they had success or failure trying to reproduce these effects, as well as trying to understand a little bit more why possibly researchers are having difficulty reproducing these published effects. We found that approximately 50% of researchers weren't able to reproduce the published effects. However, if you look at the published literature, obviously 50% of the literature doesn't report negative results. And so there's obviously a publication bias file drawer problem in this case. What we realized is that a lot of the researchers admitted to themselves or knowing that other people do what we would consider questionable research practices, such as throwing out data based on a gut feeling or only selecting people that respond to a technique. So two things that can easily be done is to try to either eliminate these practices or at least report them if you do some of them. And the other thing that we should all try to do is to test more individuals, which would increase the statistical power of our publications.